Koffie, tijd.
Yeah.
Oh, we got hundreds of reactions and hundreds of questions. We can't ask them all, but we made a choice. The first one is from Connie van Persie from Hoenderloo. She says, when I'm walking in the woods with my dog, she always tends to walk quite a bit ahead of me.
Right.
Why does she do this?
Because you're too slow. You see, you have to understand the pace of a dog is much faster than the pace of a human. This is why I'm always on rollerblades or I put a backpack on a dog, because that slows the dogs down. You know, human pace is way too slow for a dog.
Yes.
And you're walking on the woods. There's so many scents. They're more interesting to a dog than just walking at your pace. Your pace is boring.
Okay.
So that's why the backpack or the rollerblades actually allows the dog to feel challenged.
And we have a country full of bicycles, so we can
bike with a dog. Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
That's his tempo. That's the
only way you can match it. Not everybody runs. You know what I mean? Not everybody it wants to go for a jog. You know, most of the people just want to walk.
And it's necessary for their energy to lose their energy.
They're happy.
They're happy. Okay. Oh, this one. From Mario Scheffers from Zoetermeer. I've had my stray dog from Turkey for about 3 years now. If someone is at the door, he'll never go to the door. He never barks. He never plays with other dogs. Is this normal?
Well, the dog seems comfortable, right? He has a butler at home. He's in Holland now. It's like he doesn't have to work for food anymore. You know? So it's comfortable. It's like in a big vacation.
Okay, he's relaxed.
Go, come on, go do it.
Okay,
go answer the door.
Heerlijk. Het is ook nooit goed in Mario.
If he doesn't play with a dog, it doesn't mean he is unhappy. You know, maybe he hasn't find the right company dog. You know, and some dogs they relate with a cat extremely well.
Yeah.
You know, so in the show I work with birds, with cats, with horses. I just find whatever the dog is compatible to.
But dogs like company.
Of course. Oh yeah. That's where we're very similar like.
Yes. Now there's one from Yvonne Nieskens from Nieuwstad. She says, our dog Mindy is 10 months old and will only pee and poo in our backyard. She refuses to go during her walks. How's this possible? How do I get her to stop this? I think it's funny.
It is funny, right? Because a lot of people, that's what they want. You know, I just want my dog to use the bathroom here.
Yes.
And so it's...
But it's also very, very uncomforting when you go out for a walk with the dog and you come back home and he goes in the backyard. Yeah, that's what.
But the dog is very consistent. I mean, he enjoys... But what happens is, when the dog does this, it's because it's not really... sniffing the ground, he's more like looking around, you know, so it's in a different state. So one thing that I do in situations like that is I bring another dog that teaches that dog that activity is also wanted by the human. The dog is happy with his activity, the dog is happy with his style of life, and that's what, yeah, look, I'm just gonna go outside and, you know, and track and observe, but the bathroom is over here.
Yeah, so when he sees another dog,
that triggers. That's why I use the pack often. Because many things I can't teach a dog.
Okay.
You know?
Now, we also had some critical questions.
Yes.
I don't think they're new for you, but they all have to do with the method you use.
Right.
Like the use of strangling techniques.
Well, it might appear as is strangling, but when a dog wants to kill another dog, your responsibility is to stop him.
Yeah.
So when you block a dog that is going after another dog, he's going to go in to fight the leash. So he's going to... So it looks like you're doing it, but if you observe, I'm just holding the leash very calmly until he stops the fight.
And you do it with very aggressive dogs.
Only. Because I was working, you know, with your dog, and I was doing the leash, but it's at a different intensity or a different situation. My goal through the seminar, and you know, the reason why I do shows around the world, is to teach people to prevent the dog from getting that far.
Right.
So we don't have to do intervention. So we don't have to do rehabilitation.
And what about the hitting and the kicking?
The touch.
Oh, that's what I never saw you hit a dog, but that is what people say. You hit or you kick.
Don't worry.
Okay.
See, what happens is I have a dog here. So if I touch the neck and it doesn't work, I do this. So I touch a different part of the body.
Yes.
Yeah, I touch a different part of the body. Just like when you ride a horse, you do this, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's okay to touch a horse with your feet, but not a dog, because if you do it with a dog, you're kicking him.
Yeah.
When people are sitting on the horse, it's not a kick.
No.
It's communication. So what I'm doing with the dog is just to snap his brain out of it in a different part of his body, because the neck is numb. See, a lot of people pull, by the time I come to people's home, the dog neck is so tense.
Really, yes.
See it?
Yeah.
So if you pull, he won't feel anything.
Yeah.
You can pull as hard as you want.
Yeah.
So I say, okay, I don't want to use too much physical
This
force.
is the triggering. This is the same triggering you told Jürgen just about Leo. He has to trigger him to get off with his mind to get...
You can use your feet. Let's say this is a
feet.
dog, and you do that, and you get him off balance. So physical touch is not to hurt the dog.
Okay.
It's just to create an out of balance experience so the dog loses his focus on whatever he's looking at.
I understand.
It's never with anger. It's never with frustration.
I understand, and I hope a lot of people understand too.
Yeah, it takes time for the human to learn.
Oh, Cesar, I'm so glad, and I want to thank you very much for being here and visiting
Thank
Koffie
you,
Time,
everybody.
visiting
Appreciate
Holland.
it. I love you very much. Thank you for loving me back.
And we all love you.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting about your country.
Okay, thank you, Cesar.
Thank you.
Ik ga weer naar beneden.
Ja, je bent wel lekker.